Imagine this for a moment, because it might change the way you think about your health forever. Every night, while you sleep, your body enters a powerful repair mode. Your brain detoxifies, your vision cells reset, and your nervous system recalibrates. But here's the part most people never hear. What you eat during the day can either accelerate that healing or silently block it. And tonight, I want to show you how 4 simple vegetables can actually help repair your brain and protect your vision while you sleep. This is not magic. This is biology. This is what happens when food becomes your most powerful form of medicine. And once you understand this, you'll never look at vegetables the same way again. Your body possesses an extraordinary ability to repair itself, and the most powerful part of this healing process occurs while you sleep. Yet what most people never realize is that this natural repair system depends on the choices you make hours before your head touches the pillow. The foods you eat, especially those rich in plant-based nutrients, set the stage for your brain and vision to restore themselves through the night. This means the healing you experience at midnight doesn't start at midnight, it starts at your dinner table. When you choose nutrient-rich vegetables, you are not simply eating, you are giving your brain and eyes the raw materials they need to rebuild, strengthen, and protect themselves. This is the moment everything changes, when you realize your nighttime healing is shaped by what you do long before you close your eyes. The science behind it is both elegant and empowering. During sleep, your brain enters a deep restoration cycle where inflammation decreases, detoxification increases, and damaged cells are replaced with healthier ones. Your eyes, specifically the retina, undergo their own renewal, repairing the rods and cones responsible for clarity and night vision. But here's the truth most people overlook. These critical processes cannot take place effectively unless your body has the right nutrients available. Spinach provides lutein for retina protection. Broccoli delivers sulforaphane to reduce neuron inflammation. Carrots offer beta-carotene for eye cell repair. And red bell peppers supply high levels of vitamin C that shield brain cells from oxidative damage. When these nutrients circulate through your bloodstream, they become silent healers working through every hour of your sleep. Many people believe aging alone is responsible for declining memory, weakened vision, or nightly fatigue, but the real cause is usually a slow and silent lack of nourishment. When your body doesn't receive the essential compounds it needs, your internal repair system weakens. The damage that should have been repaired overnight lingers. Over time, these small unrepaired areas turn into larger problems. But the beautiful truth is that your body is not broken, it's waiting for support. And the moment you begin feeding it the right vegetables, your repair systems reawaken. This is the point where people realize that healing is not out of reach, it simply requires the right fuel. Imagine your brain at night calming from a full day of information, stress, emotions, and decision making. It needs antioxidants to neutralize toxins, vitamins to restore cell membranes, and plant compounds to strengthen the communication pathways that shape memory and focus. When you eat nutrient-dense vegetables, you're giving your brain exactly what it needs to repair the small cuts and bruises that life leaves behind. And as your brain repairs, your vision follows. The retina is one of the fastest aging tissues in the body because of constant exposure to light and high energy demand. But with the right foods, your eyes gain the protection and renewal power they need to stay sharp. This is where people begin to understand that better vision doesn't come from luck, it comes from nourishment. What makes this even more powerful is that your body doesn't wait for weeks or months to respond. It responds tonight, it responds while you sleep. Every nutrient you consume becomes part of an internal network designed to protect your brain and strengthen your eyes with every passing hour of rest. So when you wake up feeling clearer, lighter, and more focused, it isn't accidental, it's the direct result of choices you made the night before. Your plate becomes your medicine, your sleep becomes your recovery, and your life becomes the reflection of the care you give yourself. Small daily foods have the power to create transformations far larger than most people ever imagine. When you look at simple vegetables like spinach, broccoli, carrots, or red bell peppers, it's easy to underestimate them because they're familiar, ordinary, and have been sitting in kitchens for generations. But inside these everyday foods are bioactive compounds that can reshape your biology, repair cellular damage, and protect your brain and vision in ways that even the most advanced treatments struggle to replicate. The most remarkable truth is that you don't need expensive supplements or complicated routines. You simply need consistent, intentional nourishment. This is the moment when people realize that the smallest choices they make daily can rewrite the future of their health. Spinach, for example, carries lutein and folate, compounds that work like microscopic shields and repair tools for your brain and eyes. Every time you eat it, lutein travels to your retina, protecting it from the stress of daily light exposure, while folate supports the repair of DNA in your neurons. This isn't something that happens slowly or vaguely. It begins the moment these nutrients enter your bloodstream. And when you put spinach on your plate regularly, you're training your body to defend itself day after day. The simplicity of this truth surprises people. Healing doesn't always require complexity. Sometimes it requires consistency. Broccoli brings its own extraordinary power. The sulforaphane inside it has been proven to reduce inflammation in brain cells, protect them from oxidative stress, and support the detoxification pathways that keep your mind sharp and your memory clear. The more frequently you feed your body broccoli, the more equipped your brain becomes to resist aging and the wear and tear of daily life. People often believe that brain decline is sudden, but it's not. It's gradual, subtle, and preventable. And when they finally understand that something as humble as broccoli can influence the lifespan of their neurons, everything shifts. Carrots contribute a different kind of healing, one centered around vision and eye resilience. Beta carotene converts into vitamin A, a nutrient the human body cannot produce on its own, but depends on for eye health. When consumed regularly, carrots help regenerate the rods and cones that determine how sharp your vision is, especially in low light. They strengthen the cornea, improve moisture levels, and protect your eyes from long-term degeneration. People are often stunned to learn that the clarity of their morning vision or the comfort of their eyes at night is directly connected to what they ate during the week. It becomes clear that eyesight is nourished, not inherited. Red bell peppers, vibrant in color, carry a concentration of vitamin C that surpasses most fruits. This vitamin is essential for protecting brain cells from micro damage caused by stress, toxins, and environmental exposure. It supports collagen production in the tiny vessels that feed your retina, ensuring strong, steady blood flow. When eaten regularly, red peppers become a consistent source of renewal for both brain and vision cells. Their effect is not loud or dramatic, it's steady, silent, and powerful. This is when people realize that healing doesn't always feel like a miracle. Sometimes it feels like a quiet improvement that grows stronger each day. The beauty of these four vegetables is not only in their individual strengths, but in the way they work together. When you make them a regular part of your meals, you're building a long-term foundation for your health, one that grows stronger each time you choose them. Small foods consumed consistently create biological momentum. Your brain becomes more resilient, your vision becomes sharper, your cells become stronger, and what once felt like small choices begin to reveal themselves as life-changing habits. This is the point where people finally see that the power to transform their health has been in their hands and on their plates all along. Your brain has an extraordinary ability to rebuild itself no matter your age, and this is one of the most powerful truths in modern science. For years, people believed that once brain cells were lost, memory faded, or focus weakened, there was no turning back. But research has proven the opposite. Your brain is constantly adapting, rewiring, and regenerating, creating new pathways that can improve memory, enhance clarity, sharpen focus, and restore cognitive strength. And the most surprising part is that this renewal does not rely on complex procedures or expensive treatments. It relies on nourishment. The right nutrients signal your neurons to grow, repair, and communicate more effectively. This is the moment when people realize that aging is not the end of mental vitality. It is simply a stage where nourishment becomes even more important. Every day, your brain is exposed to stress, toxins, emotional pressure, and oxygen demands that slowly wear down its cells. While this is a normal part of life, what determines whether your brain weakens or strengthens over time is how well you support it. Vegetables rich in antioxidants, vitamins, and plant-based compounds provide the raw materials your neurons need to regenerate. When you consume foods like spinach, broccoli, carrots, and red peppers, you're not just eating, you're supplying your brain with tools to build stronger networks, restore damaged connections, and create new neural pathways. This is where people begin to understand that the brain is not fixed, it is alive, changing, and waiting for the right support to grow. One of the most remarkable aspects of brain regeneration is that it continues throughout your entire lifetime. Even in older adults, the brain is capable of producing new neurons, especially in regions responsible for learning, memory, and emotional balance. This ability, called neurogenesis, is activated by specific nutrients. When you feed your body foods rich in plant compounds, you enhance blood flow to the brain, increase oxygen delivery, and reduce inflammation that blocks cognitive function. Spinach brings folate to support DNA repair in neurons. Broccoli delivers sulforaphane that protects the brain from oxidative stress. Red peppers offer vitamin C that strengthens the blood vessels, feeding the brain. Carrots provide vitamin A precursors that support cellular integrity. These foods become fuel for the renewal happening inside your mind every single day. Many people assume that forgetfulness, slow thinking, or difficulty concentrating is just a normal part of getting older. But in reality, these symptoms are often signs that the brain is asking for support. Without the nutrients it needs, the brain loses efficiency, it becomes slower at sending signals, weaker at forming memories, and more vulnerable to inflammation. Yet, when you begin supplying your brain with the right vegetables consistently, it responds quickly. Neurons fire faster, memory improves, focus sharpens, the brain becomes more resilient to stress. This is when individuals realize that their mental decline was not inevitable, it was simply waiting for nourishment. What makes this transformation even more powerful is that the brain thrives on consistency. A single healthy meal is helpful, but a pattern of nourishing choices becomes a force of change. Each day you feed your body the nutrients it needs, you build layer upon layer of cognitive strength. Over time, these small decisions reshape your mental clarity, emotional balance, and overall brain performance. The vegetables you choose become part of the neurons that help you think, remember, and understand the world around you. And this is where the truth becomes undeniable. Your daily foods have the power to rebuild the very organ that shapes your entire life. So when you nourish your brain with intention, you're not just supporting your health, you're shaping your future. You're giving yourself the ability to think more clearly, remember more easily, and stay mentally strong no matter your age. Your brain is ready to grow, it is ready to repair, it is ready to flourish. All it needs is the nourishment you choose to give it. Vision loss, brain fatigue, or cognitive slowdown often feel like signs of aging, but more often they are signals your body's way of asking for nourishment, restoration, and support. These changes do not mean decline is inevitable. They mean your system is calling out for balance. When your brain feels tired, when your vision becomes blurry, when you struggle to focus or remember, your body is not failing you, it is communicating with you. And food, especially nutrient-rich vegetables, is one of the most effective ways to respond. This is the instant people begin to understand that their symptoms are not the end, they are the beginning of a powerful opportunity to heal. Your brain and eyes are two of the most energy-demanding organs in your body. They rely on a steady supply of nutrients, oxygen, and antioxidant protection to function well. When the body doesn't receive what it needs, these organs show weakness first. The brain may feel foggy, slow, or overloaded. The eyes may lose clarity or feel strained, but these symptoms are not fixed conditions. They are reversible with proper nourishment. Vegetables like spinach, broccoli, carrots, and red bell peppers provide bioactive compounds that rebuild, strengthen, and protect these sensitive tissues. The moment these nutrients enter your bloodstream, they begin supporting the very cells responsible for memory, focus, and vision. This is where people realize that their health is not slipping away. It is waiting for the right support to rise again. Spinach delivers lutein and folate, nutrients that directly protect the retina and help restore neuronal communication. These compounds calm inflammation, improve oxygen flow, and create stability in tissues that are under constant stress. Broccoli provides sulforaphane, one of the most studied plant compounds for reducing oxidative damage in the brain. It strengthens neural pathways, making it easier for your brain to process, remember, and function with clarity. Carrots supply beta carotene, which becomes vitamin A, nutrient essential for rebuilding rods and cones, the cells that allow you to see in detail and low light. Red bell peppers deliver vitamin C, which protects delicate nerve fibers and strengthens the microvessels that feed both your brain and retina. This is the moment when the simple truth becomes clear. The foods you choose each day shape how well your brain and eyes can thrive. When people ignore these early warning signs, small problems slowly grow into larger ones. Brain fog becomes forgetfulness. Eye strain becomes blurred vision. Fatigue becomes daily exhaustion. But when you respond early with nourishment, not fear, you give your body the tools to reverse the damage before it becomes permanent. The human body is incredibly forgiving when you support it with consistent, nutrient-rich foods. Every vegetable you choose becomes part of the repair process, restoring balance where it was lost. This is where individuals begin to understand that the path to healing starts with a single intentional choice. The most remarkable part of this transformation is how quickly the body responds when you give it the nutrients it needs. Over time, inflammation decreases, neural connections strengthen, and the protective layers of your eyes regenerate. Your brain begins communicating more efficiently, your vision becomes clearer and more stable, your energy lifts, and you begin to feel more present, more alert, and more alive. The vegetables you eat do not just fill your stomach, they empower your cells, protect your nerves, and stabilize your mind and senses. This is the realization that changes everything. The healing you seek is not distant. It is already within your reach. Your body is always communicating with you. When your brain slows down, when your vision dims, it's not a warning of decline, it's an invitation to nourish yourself. It is your system saying, support me and I will restore you. And with the right vegetables, eaten consistently, you give your body exactly what it needs to rebuild its strength, protect its function, and carry you into the future with clarity and confidence. So tonight, as you prepare to rest, remember this. Your body is not shutting down. It's preparing to restore, rebuild, and renew you. And every bite you choose becomes part of that healing story. Spinach protects your retina. Broccoli calms your brain. Carrots repair your vision. Red peppers strengthen your neurons. This is the power of food as medicine. You hold the ability to repair your brain and vision, not through fear, not through chance, but through knowledge and action. And if you start using these 4 vegetables consistently, you'll wake up not just refreshed, but stronger, clearer, and more alive than the night before. Because healing doesn't happen by accident. It happens by design. And that design begins with what you choose to place on your plate.